How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of the 10 and 2 podcast. As usual, you got me, Smith Jones. Tonight I got Juju and codename Keisha with me, and tonight we just going to be discussing a couple of topics.
I'm
You know what I'm
gone.
saying? So it's Friday. Like how y'all week? How was y'all week, man?
Smooth sailing. I had a great week. Glad it's Friday though.
That part.
Right.
We all
So
ready.
yeah, so tonight, Mel Slick, they ain't gonna be joining us, so it's just us three, man. We gonna do what we do. We're gonna keep this thing moving though.
We ride.
Pull this
He
video.
is a feminist. Never understood it. Can't get behind it. Don't support it. What do you mean equality to men? Like, what do you mean by that? That still lets me know that you're centralizing your existence around men. I know we're in a patriarchal society, but that society was created by them for them, and still they're failing. So why would I want to be equal to that? As a divine, sacred woman who is the very keeper and bearer of life through choice, we are above them. Even if you don't choose to have children, even if you can't have children, as long as you are a woman, yeah, a woman, you are above men. I mean spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. Yes, they may be able to, back in the day, I don't know if they can do it now, go into the forest with an axe, chop down some wood and build a house. I don't know any men that are doing that except those survivalists on YouTube. These westernized patriarchal men are not doing that. When I say strength, I mean strength as in, like, if you are a woman who've had the privilege and honor of carrying in life, the fact that your pelvic bones and pelvic floor will have to like dislocate for a child to exit out of your portal, powers. The fact that we can bleed from our womb for 5 to 7 days and not die, powers. The fact that we can also give birth to a child and feed that child on our bosom for up to 5 years or however long we choose to, powers. The fact that we are connected intuitively to higher realms. One second, this man, so I'm saying men.
Well, anyway, there y'all have it. Apparently,
All
she
right.
she she feels very strongly about women being above men. She said she's not a liberal. It's kind of hard to feel like she's not a feminist, but there you have it. So I just want to know what y'all think about what she was saying. We'll start with you, codename.
Well, I do believe behind every strong man is a stronger woman pulling the strings, to be honest. I agree to a certain extent, um, because I know the things that I have been through and the men that I have been with have folded while I was still, in the trenches. So, I mean, she has a point. She has a point. What do you think, Juju?
I think that historically, before and outside of patriarchy, women have always been held to a more supreme level. Not as in better than, but more as in more sacred, because we do hold the key to life, and we do hold the the knowledge. We're the first teachers, we're the doctors, we're the nurturers, the caretakers, not just of the children, but of those that are elderly as well. So I don't think it's feminism. I just think it's facts. Like, we are more divine, and a lot of that has to do with men feeding into patriarchy and disconnecting from their own divine masculinity, because there's nothing divinely masculine about patriarchy. That lie in and of itself strips you of that divine masculine energy.
How do you feel that, like, um okay, so I guess, do you guys believe in the story of Adam and Eve?
You said, do we? Do we believe in the story of Adam and Eve?
Yeah, do you believe that God's grand design is God, man, woman, and child?
In all honesty,
I do not.
I was I was going to say the same thing. Just the research that I've done over the years, like when growing up, since I grew up as a Baptist child, I understood that that was how things were supposed to be. But as I got older and started doing my own research, I realized that that is not the case at all. Like it was a whole lie. I had to unlearn and relearn a lot of things, and that was one of them. Um, you can't take two men and create life, but and do your own research when I say this. At some point in time, women was able to conceive life without a man. So
Where would I find this information at?
you got to do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own research. I can't give you a specific area where you can start off at. Um, but yeah, do your own research. And with the Adam and Eve situation, some say it was Lilith before Adam and Eve. So, or it was Adam and Lilith, then Eve. Again, don't take my word for it. Please do your own research. That's the best that I can say. That,
So,
what you say?
um, from a more symbolic standpoint, it was said that Adam was like the emergence of human awareness, and Eve was the intuition, and the forbidden fruit was like a self consciousness and self awareness. That is from a symbolic standpoint, but there is so many um, mm, disputes and objections about the Adam and Eve story. Not just a story, the Bible in and of itself, the missing books, things like that. So I just, for me, the Bible is allegory. It's not something to be taken as factual. It was written by men, and you know, I just don't feel like it's not something that we could actually relate to today.
So let me ask you something, right?
Hmm.
How many books can we read that aren't written by men? Whether it agrees with the Bible, disputes the Bible, or whatever. Like, how many books can we actually read that aren't written by men? I mean, basically, I'm
There's
saying
not.
is that pretty much no matter what rabbit hole we go down, part of that information, if not the large majority of it, come from men.
Well, I mean, a lot of the disputes come from the scrolls and the scribes in the pyramids, and those were not written by the men of the Bible days. Those were written by those people of that time. So, I mean, a lot of the disputes, you got the Kemetic religion, even, and across all religions, there are some similarities. However, there's always something that is wrong. Everybody can't be right about religion, and everybody can't be wrong about what they believe in, and that's fine. But to me, it's just not relative to today and the what we have as far as spirituality. I mean, even so, if Eve is the intuition of if that's the symbolic representation of Eve, and the symbolic representation of Adam is like the human, like awareness, him as a physical being, then without those two, we don't have anything. But without enlightenment and without divinity, you have nothing at all anyway. So that would make us more supreme.
But wouldn't it also make you kind of the one that's easiest to manipulate? Because given what you said, right? I mean, even if you go back to the Bible, okay, so Eve was the one that was manipulated by the serpent, according to the story, right? You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So it was something that whatever this snake did, because even if it's allegory, it's got to be a meaning behind it. So whatever this snake did, apparently he could only appeal to Eve because it was something about Eve he could use against her.
It was her nurturing and caring and emotional
Nah,
intelligence.
nurturing, but nurturing would have been to follow what I was told because it's our job to keep this right. I think that
No, that's not
the snake
nurturing.
appeal to her ego. I'm just
And she
saying
didn't feel a snake. She didn't
because
feel a
like
snake
I
could
mean like think
appeal.
about it.
You
If you
don't feel a
listen to what
snake could appeal to a male ego.
I
How
think
does
that
that relate?
how does it relate?
Yeah.
I'm going to quote to the story of Adam and Eve, right?
Oh, well, okay.
Right.
Hmm.
So check it. If God put Adam next to him and then Eve, then she would be the one furthest away from God. She would be the one furthest away from divinity, meaning that if I wanted to attack, I will always attack the weakest link. I'm just basing it off the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that women are weak or nothing like that. But like, okay, another thing, and this is just me just trying to figure it out. Another thing is you say, okay, well, we read and we do research, but the Bible was written by men. I'm pretty sure it's men who also said that women carry the seed and that women like this sense of women being the carriers of life is a thing according to science over the men, probably written by men too. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like if we can't trust what men say, how don't we know that men or women are on equal turf, like a socket and a plug? Because a plug can't get electricity without a socket, and a socket ain't no good with a plug to power nothing. It's just there. So like my perspective is it's just this whole way of thinking is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We're part of to me, we're part of the whole, like a socket and a plug. We have use for each other. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about use. It's not about use,
Yeah, I
though.
mean, I'm saying we're meant
And the balance is the
to connect.
balance,
You
right? The
can't.
balance is the balance. But you literally just tried to explain to us that the Bible says Adam is closer to God. So that would make him more supreme. But we can believe that, but we can't feel this. What I'm saying is,
I didn't say believe
there
it.
is a balance, right? There is a balance. We provide a balance that I totally agree with. However, and there are very spiritual men, but what I'm saying is patriarchy has groomed and brainwashed men into thinking of their balance as beneath them and not worthy of respect and not valuable. And in that thought process, they lose their divine masculinity. There's no divinity in that.
What do you mean?
There's no exactly what I just said.
Explain exactly what patriarchy is and how it takes away men's masculinity.
Um, well, patriarchy, which was made by men for men to feel valuable, which also is putting a woman in her place, right? So here we have patriarchy that has been designed to feed into men that they are supposed to reign and dominate over women, right? This is what they're supposed to do. This is the patriarchy. You need me as a woman. You need me to protect, provide, and lead you. You need me. You can't make decisions on your own. You need me, which is why women couldn't have bank accounts, couldn't buy houses, couldn't vote,
Mhm.
couldn't do things for themselves, right? That is patriarchy. However, masculinity has nothing to do with dominance. Masculinity has nothing to do with power. That is what men think. Divine masculine energy is about safety and about security. It is not about masculinity. I mean, about dominating a woman. And that is how patriarchy is pulling away the masculinity from men. They're focused so much on dominating and being above that they lose their divine masculinity. You don't have that.
So when you say, or what, just like what this woman say, ain't she doing the exact same thing?
What do you mean? Is she doing the exact same
Putting
thing?
herself above men is eroding her feminine energy. I
No,
mean, ain't she just doing the same thing? She's saying she's above men
no,
because she can have a kid.
no, that's not what she said.
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
No, she said because she gives life. It has nothing to do with
Let
that
me,
one
okay,
thing
well
specifically.
let's dive into the giving life part, right? So Codename said women at once upon a time women could have kids without having a man there.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's been said.
Right. It's also been said that sperm is alive.
That's been said.
They also said the egg came first, then the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But they also said the chicken came first, then the egg.
Right?
Okay. So basically, it's all bullshit. Because no matter how you play it, it's going to be a comeback because it was never meant for us to try to determine our place, but to accept where we're at and what we feel naturally. And like, boom, it's okay for her to feel that way, except for when she reaches the part about where women give life. And that's half truth. Yes, life can't be created without a woman. Just like plants can't grow without the earth. But how many plants do you know don't need the sun, don't need rain, don't need fresh air? You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
other things that play. So it's like, yeah, you're right, but let's keep it 100 and say, yo, we need each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's
and
not what the
why can't
point
we all
was.
be divine? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
and
not what the point is. She
I
wasn't
think
saying
the
that we
point
don't need each
was that men were forgetting about women, like the part that we play in everything. That's what I was gathering from that. Is
That's
that
what, yeah.
nah, she said that women
about
are
our role.
above men because of
We
the things,
understand that.
because y'all give life, because y'all are stronger. She can't even find a man who could build a house. You take him in the woods.
We're not stronger,
I'm just, that's
mentally,
what she said.
possibly,
You know what
physically.
I'm saying? But one thing about a man or a woman, if you put them out there in the fucking rain with an axe, both of them gonna figure out how to build a motherfucking shelter. And over time, after building that shelter, they're gonna say, well, okay, now I need a fucking roof. They're gonna figure out how to build a better roof. Because that's what people, you see what I'm saying? Because that's what people do, whether you're male or female. You could be a weak ass man and it take you a long ass time. You could be a strong ass woman and you could do it faster than him. You see what I'm saying?
Like Codename said, I think she was reverting, kind of like saying, stop letting people put you beneath them, because
Nah.
that's what patriarchy is.
Mm-hmm.
We literally live that. So I mean,
Nah, we don't live. Most of us, man, we live in a matriarchy. Most of us have
no,
been
we
raised
don't.
by our moms.
Just win. Just
Most of us
win.
have been raised by our mothers, no fathers. That's matriarchy.
But
No.
that's the black community. I think she
Really,
was getting
fatherlessness is a
Who
worldwide
makes
epidemic.
who
Believe it or
makes
not,
I'm sorry, who makes the decisions?
it depends
Our
on what household
government
you're in.
is filled with men.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Companies, the government, the companies that we work for are filled with men.
And
We
women.
just no, it's
Mm-hmm.
not filled with women.
Yes, it is.
It's
There's a
not.
lot of
No,
Well,
it
a lot of
isn't.
women out there.
well,
There's
I'm
a lot
not
well.
of women,
saying
a
it's
lot of
not
women in
women, but
government.
it's not.
Now, hold
It's
on. Now,
not a
it's not
lot of
100%.
women.
It's not 100% equal, but it's women there, especially in the government, because a lot of them got to agree with what's going on because that's how they get votes passed.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how this works. There's there's not ever going to be a 50. There's not even a 2080. I'm almost guaranteed. I work for a company. I swear they just got excited about the fact that we have 9 freaking female VPs out of 100. in 20. Like the women in
Hold on, but
power.
let me ask you a question before you go any further with that, though, right? You do know a lot of women duck STEM, right? A lot of women duck tech.
It doesn't, but that's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah. I'm
point.
saying, but we
That's
do.
not just my company, it's all companies. There's not, unless it's a women-led company, I'm pretty sure their majority of these companies are majority men. The
Mm-hmm.
VPs,
Let me ask you
that
something.
C-suite is men.
Well, let me ask you something. Who built it?
Who built it? The
Yeah.
people that work for them built it.
Nah, not all companies started with an owner and 100 employees. Most businesses started as an idea. It started with people investing. Probably was men investing. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Hmm.
I mean, to a certain degree, most people are going to build anything they create similar to their image, whether it be their spiritual image or their outside image. It's going to be tailored towards their personality and how they want
I
their
don't
vision
think
to be.
so. That's patriarchy.
We didn't
I mean,
land on
cognitive
Plymouth
dissonance
Rock.
can keep you
Plymouth
from
Rock
looking into that,
landed
but
on
that's
what?
patriarchy. Yeah, that's patriarchy. That is the fact that we have always been the last. We've always been the last. They
So
didn't want us to
who's the
vote.
most
They didn't
educated?
want us to work.
But you want to know
Black
what's so
women are the
crazy?
most educated
I
among
would
all
believe.
demographics.
But you want to know what's so crazy is that males and females have a equal of feminine and masculine energy. It just so happens that female uses more of their feminine energy than masculine, well, to a certain extent, and males use more masculine energy than the feminine energy. But
That's
both
actually
have
correct because we're not the same, but we're one. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's weird how you know what I'm saying. It's like people play on whatever they want to play on to benefit whatever point they're trying to get across. But on the opposite side, a person can come with an equal argument to match them. That's why think about it. That's why we never get a settlement to this thing because it's not meant to be settled.
well, then why did you pick that?
Because I just wanted to hear your opinion.
Okay.
I think it could be settled, but men are not willing to accept the fact that patriarchy exists. It does. That women are undoubtedly, purposely held down and back. That the glass ceiling
But who's hold on?
exists.
Who said that it was purposely?
Oh, it is purposeful.
How you figure?
Because
So hold
why?
on, hold on. So you mean to tell me that from day one, the first man on this planet said, "I'm gonna hold you down, even though you're the only woman here."
Yes,
No, I'm not going to say
yes.
that, but I know that that is what we've been going through since before the 30s,
What I'm saying is that if the first man, hold
1800s.
on, that if the first man, because they had to have kids, and then they had to have kids. Understand, if the woman was the head, I'm pretty sure they would have just kept going with that flow, and we'd be having an opposite
They
conversation right
couldn't
about
go
now.
with that flow because some men realize
Now, let's just
uh,
be honest. We evolved to the point where women want more out of life, and some people don't want to let it go. It ain't about men holding it down. It's more about we following a tradition that we started out with, and maybe it's time for a change. You
it
know what I'm
is.
saying? It don't have to be
But
to a
everybody
villain.
doesn't like
It doesn't
change.
have to be to a villain state. It could just be a fact that some men are just stubborn to let go of traditions, and it's time for us to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because in order for us to have went this far with this belief, it had to start from somewhere. It didn't start from nowhere. So maybe that was the plan, but like I said before, we're babies in this. So part of our evolution is for us to reach a equal playing field, so that we can be, you know what I'm saying, so we can realize that we're supposed to be together. You know what I'm saying, so that we can get back to being divine together. You know what I'm saying? It's just that sometimes we get lost in trying to one up each other.
It
It's
really?
just weird. It's just weird
Is
to me,
it
man.
us or is it y'all?
It's
It's
just
all of us.
what?
It's me.
No,
It's
it's
me.
not both of
It's
us.
men and women.
It's not.
It
Yeah,
really
it
isn't.
is.
It's
It's
more
men
so
and women.
men.
Because
It's
look, check
when
it,
we
right?
attempt to, I guess, insert ourselves in certain things, your egos get hurt because we bring in innovative things that you didn't think of first, and that makes males mad to a certain extent, and that's when we get the
I don't
pushback,
even.
get pressed down,
I don't
things
think
that
guys
sort.
get mad over that. I think guys want to make money.
But you can still make money.
That's what I'm saying. See, I think the mistake is we keep clumping everybody together. Like what JoJo did may not be the same thing as Tommy did. JoJo don't like women in the first place because his life been fucked up. Tommy fucking respect women because he been raised by his mom who went to work and he understand that women are just as smart as men. You can't put them together, you know what I'm saying, and assume that all
Yeah.
men are like JoJo.
That's not the thing, but patriarchy is a system. It
No,
affects
patriarchy
us
ain't. I'm saying
economically and politically.
it's a system that we've been following all the way to this point.
And just think about it when you hear patriarchy.
Think about it. Hold on. Think about it. Right. At one point, people used to kill their kids if they had the wrong kid or the kid was too small. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it was some
Okay, what's
cultures. If the kid wasn't a certain size, they got rid of them.
okay? So
And at
who
certain
we
point,
about
they
to
got
kill?
past. Hold on.
Because
At certain
where
point,
are
they
we
got
gonna
past
get
that,
rid of
right?
patriarchy?
Hold on. At some point, they got past that, right?
When are we
That's
gonna
what I'm
get
saying.
past that?
A lot of stuff we deal with, it may not come in our lifetime, but it's a part of the growth process.
You need
Yeah,
more
but
people.
it will never come if men and women are unable to accept the fact that it exists. See, that's the thing. It could come now, today. If people are willing to say, okay, this is a system that they've used to oppress us and to separate us, let's fucking change this system, right? We just have to say that. It doesn't have to be evolution, it's a choice. And men would have to choose to let go of that imaginary power. Let it go. Because honestly, in today's time, they're asking for traditional women without traditional guidelines that they are supposed to hold as men. Let's
And
go ahead and just get,
and
yeah, because you,
and and women do the
and
same thing.
oh, I mean, well, all of
And
them,
see, and
whatever it
see, and see,
is.
and see. Okay, so you said it could all end today. You know how you end it today,
Mm-hmm.
or how you even make the right start of ending it
How do
today?
you do it? How do you do
Hold
it?
on, listen.
I'm
Is if
listening.
we practice a language where when we say one thing negative about one, we say the same negative thing about the other, and maybe we can get people to start putting us all on the same grading level and not be
But you
focused
just
on winning
said
the
we
argument.
shouldn't all,
Hold
we
on.
shouldn't
Not
compare
focus
Tommy
on.
to Roy or
Listen,
whatever his name was.
listen. Hold on.
JoJo. It was JoJo.
I'm talking about men
Tommy
and
and
women.
JoJo.
I'm talking about men and women. Because like you just said, what men do and why we can't move ahead because of what the men do.
Well, who
But
is the
women do
woman?
the same
Tommy or
thing.
JoJo?
So like when we had these conversations, let's just call both of them out. There's nothing wrong with it. Because if we call both of them out every single time we had this conversation, then maybe we'll start training ourselves to always call them out on both sides. Because it's always easy for men, because that's why I say we don't get nowhere. Men over here talking about women over here talking about men. You're not getting nowhere. You just keep flip-flopping the same story because based off the story, nobody really knows. So we gonna keep flipping it back and forth. It's gonna
Well,
keep.
I'm more than willing to do that. Tell me about
I'm
myself.
now. I'm just saying. Like to me, it just
I
makes
like
more
to touch
sense. You
your
know what I'm saying?
criticism.
Than to just, you know what I'm saying? Because like it's some men you can say something to them about men, and they'll just jump right on women case. You know what I'm saying? Like why you got to
Most
do
of
that,
them.
bro? You know what I'm saying? Why you got to do that? Why you can't call the men out and call the women out together? Because it take us
But
both together to make a life.
it takes acceptance. That's what I was saying. It would take us accepting what it is. It would take us accepting what it is. Like, and a lot of times we are unable to see the error of our ways. I don't have very many conversations with men that have red pill ideas and know that they are a factor of patriarchy. They don't even understand it. Like, they don't even understand that what they feel about women and how they think about women is disrespectful, right? So when we talk about these things, we need some acceptance. Like, come on now, let's
Well,
let's
let me ask you a question.
acknowledge where you are.
So let me ask you a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said that women are the teachers.
Mm-hmm.
So ain't women passing this on to their sons?
Oh,
No, I said women are the first teachers, but
yeah,
society teaches this.
yeah,
Patriarchy is taught by systems,
society.
public schools, TV. This is something that is taught in almost every aspect of our lives as people. We have
In the
been
home, inside the
socialized to
home,
do this
inside the home too.
inside the home as well.
Because it could be something
Inside the
like,
home as
go
well.
outside
But
and do this. You supposed to be a man. You the boy. She a girl. Don't let her do that. Help your mom with the groceries. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's always been pushed.
that's not patriarchy.
How is it not?
For you to
Ain't
do
that basically
things
telling the
of
boy? Hold on. Ain't that basically telling the boy that he's weak, even though he's a child and his mom is a full-grown adult with more strength?
no, it's not.
Okay.
I am
It's saying that
confused.
how you saying that he's weak if you're asking him to take out the trash or go get the groceries?
Yeah, because those are things naturally attributed to a man.
And that's fine because if the baby needs to be breastfed, you're going to give her to the woman that is naturally adjusting for that baby to be fed.
No,
This is
we're not.
not saying that there's
Hold on.
no roles.
We're not. We're talking about teaching your kids in the house.
Right, but you're
So
saying that
normally,
there's no
so normally in
roles.
a household, the girl washes the dishes and the boy takes out the trash. Those are like the early stages of patriarchy. And when they go to
We
school, it gets further developed, but the stepping stones are found right in the home.
that is I don't agree with that because
I'm just saying,
gender roles like
came from
a
patriarchy, right?
woman a woman is made to nurture and care for her family and love and that's what a woman is made for.
Mhm.
The man is meant to protect, provide, and lead. I'm not saying that the gender roles need to be taken away. I'm saying that the patriarchy, the thought, the actual act of degrading women based on the fact that you value yourself more.
But see, you're talking about a
That
person
is what it
with a.
is.
But see, when you go to that level, then you're talking about a person with mental issues. That's mental
No,
abuse.
Oh,
that
what?
is system. Dude, that is a whole
That's
system. And that is what was fed. That is what it is. That's what patriarchy is. To devalue women, to not value the women that give birth to your children, to assume that they can't work,
hold on.
to take
Patriarchy
away all of their rights.
ain't devaluing women. And believe it or not, if
How
women
is
had
it
no
not?
rights, hold on. I got something for you. If women had no rights to vote, right? How did they get the right to vote?
They fought for it.
No, men voted for them to get rights to vote,
But they fought for it
But
for
they fought
them
for that.
but they still took a vote. You think they didn't vote on it?
Yeah, because women stopped taking care of shit. They stopped taking
Yeah,
care of the home. They
yeah.
went out and started doing other stuff. And men realized, oh shit, I'm not gonna eat tonight.
Yeah. That's
She ain't
basically what
giving no
happened.
nookie tonight.
Yeah.
Like, what you talking about? Like, yes,
And you
patriarchy
know
is
This girl gonna
definitely.
win.
and the craziest thing about that whole voting thing is being
Uh-huh.
somebody who went out and talked to voters. I came across a lot of women who said, "You need to talk to my husband because his decision is the house decision." She didn't look depressed. She didn't look oppressed or nothing like that. They live in a big ass house. She was just home kicking it, taking care of the kids.
But trust me, she
That's why
still
I said
had a part
I
in that
think that
decision.
I think that the whole idea is subjective, depending on how you experience it. Depends on how much you value it or choose not to value it. Because some
That
women love
is
the fact that it exists. Because as long as it exists, that means that it's a man out
But
there that's willing to take care of them. And some women
that
hate
is
it.
two
that's
different
all that
things.
they knew.
A man being a man and being a provider and a protector and a leader is different from the system of patriarchy. Those are two different things.
What is the system?
What do you mean? What is the system?
You keep saying it's a system.
It is a
What
system which was trained economically, holding women back economically, socially, financially. That was the system. If a woman chooses to stay home and take care of her children, she should have that should be her choice. At a point in time, we did not have a choice. We
Right.
didn't have a choice to um, buy houses in our own
You know why?
names,
You know
open
why you
up
didn't?
bank accounts
You
in
know
our
why you
own
didn't have
names.
a choice? You want to know why you didn't have a choice?
It doesn't matter
Wow.
why.
No, because at one point America didn't even exist. They had to make
You
America. Hold on. Listen to me now. They had to they had to form the country. They had to make the rules and laws. Baby steps. You got to evolve from nothing to something. So it's not necessarily about men trying to hold women down. More or less, it's about evolution. Like things grow, things change, things develop, and it don't develop as fast as you want. And you're going to get the
mhm.
bad part of a lot of things. That's like you
That's
starting a business. Now, when you start a business, your employees may get underpaid according to their value, and they might have to deal with it until you make enough money to start changing the rules.
that's why we got uh a whole lot of people that voted for this current administration because they agreed to take away attack women's rights. The patriarchy is a system. They could have aligned
What right?
everybody the
What
same.
right do they attack?
Autonomy, the right
What?
to your own body, the right they're attacking
But
that
see,
right. They've already done that.
see, okay, that one thing that right, and basically you're talking about abortion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, basically that's subjective because they can't figure out exactly when life is conceived. That's why when the next administration come in, they're going to change the law again, and when the next administration come in, they're going to change the law again. Why do you think they never found a concrete solution to this problem? Because it's not.
That's
It's one of those. Hold on, listen. Because it's not one of those problems that we supposed to even be fucking with. If you go have one, you have one. If you don't, you don't. But nobody should be voicing what's right and what's wrong about this shit because it's above our pay grade as humans. You see what I'm saying? I'm being honest with
but
you.
they
Think about
do.
it. Think about how many times it's been changed back and forth in our lifetime.
Do you okay, but has any at any time in the United States history has any administration came and said, "Hey, if a man has more than 5 kids with different women, we're going to force him to get castrated."
Nope, that has never happened.
That
That
has
is not
never been a
a
thing.
topic of
Hold
conversation
on.
in
Ho,
this
ho, ho,
story.
ho. Ho, 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 ho. But you're talking, but see, guess what? I got you right here. If you say that a man carries the seed of life in him and he just randomly just giving it out, then you can hold him accountable.
But that has never happened.
No, because nobody's going to concede to the fact that women carry the seed. Women are the givers of life, not carry seed, because men carry the seed, but they will never concede to the fact that a woman is the carrier of life. You know what I'm saying? They're going to always stand by that. The choice is always going to be on the woman, even though the man does carry sperm around with him 24/7 all day long until the shit start working again. You know what I'm saying? But think about it. They say the sperm got to swim. I don't know what alive look like, but by their definition, sperm ain't alive. I thought it died when it hit the air. You see what I'm saying? So technically, if you really want to get deeper, you could say men carry the light, and therefore you could put all the onus on men for the whole situation.
But
And yes,
has it
you
ever
could
been
then,
done?
hold on, and then you could say
It
if you out
hasn't.
here just randomly just getting women pregnant,
Even though you got men out here with
you're
34, 50 kids.
because you're being irresponsible. Yes, you could.
But that's the thing, right? Women are being told that they can't do things with their body, and we are already not the. It's already two people. It take two people. It
Mm-hmm.
take two people. And women are not the only ones being irresponsible. Like that's what
Maybe
I'm saying. That's part of patriarchy. It ain't even the point. The point is the things that are going to be done to women are not. It's not the same for men because men make the rules. You don't have to agree, but that's just the facts. Men make the rules. They always have. They make the
right.
rules. They got the
So
money.
hold on. So that's the point. You keep saying they always have. That means it's always been right.
As far as this country and when we were set up, yes. But as far as civilizations prior
Which one?
to any of them,
Tell me.
any of
Uh-oh.
them. There's Chinese civilizations, there's
And
African
China, and hold on, in
civilizations.
China, a lot of them countries hate us because women got as much freedom as they got right now.
They do, but that it hasn't always been. Things change, remember? Women
Okay.
were held as sacred.
Who said nobody said that women ain't sacred? Maybe what you're confusing as controlling is overprotection.
No, I'm not confusing anything.
It's
And
subjective.
this isn't per man. This is called a system. The system itself is what it's built for. This isn't per man.
So this is the worst system in the world. It hold back everybody except for who?
White men,
Yeah,
specifically middle-aged white Christian men.
that's
They're the ones they're the ones allowed to do whatever.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I don't think real Christian white men would be eating babies and raping young girls.
Why don't you look it up?
I said
They're the
Christian.
that's what hey, I don't do the numbers. I don't do the numbers. I'm telling you,
They're not a Christian.
they don't. What do you mean
they
they're not a
are way
Christian?
bad.
They might believe in the faith because that was in the household they was raised in, but being a Christian is meaning that you go according to the rules, and ain't no rule in the
I ain't got
Bible
nothing
that
to do
say
with
any
that.
of that
I'm
bullcrap.
telling you what they claim to be. And if they claim to be that, that's what they are. And they are the
No,
highest sex
that, that,
offenders.
that's definitely wrong.
They are the highest sex offenders.
That
They are
part.
the highest ones in murders
Yep.
of domestic violence.
Come on. Right.
Anything that doesn't benefit them does not get done. That's why you can molest a child in the United States and get 2 years in prison because these motherfuckers can't handle anything more than that. This system was built for white men, white mediocre men at that.
Mm, not me.
Period. I said it,
She
meant
did.
it.
Well, I'm saying,
Hold
but let
on.
me ask you this
Can't
question
hold
though,
back
right?
up.
I mean, and it's just a simple question. I mean, who came over here? Who fought England? Who did all that?
What do
The
you mean
white
who
men, right?
came over here?
Hold on, the white men, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, in truth, it was the white people, right? Yes or no?
What's the next video?
No, I'm
Who
not. I
fought
mean, I'm just saying, like, don't
Okay.
England?
don't don't do the next video thing. Just be honest. If they came over here, they fought the war, they established the government. So of course we living under their rule, and it's gonna be their way. But that
Okay,
don't
so
mean that we got
why
that.
at
Hold on. That don't mean that you got to follow it here. You might can move to another
it's
country. Hold on. Then you can move to another country. Find a
okay,
country that
I'm
don't
done. I'm done with
I'm
this
just being I'm just being
conversation.
I'm just being honest with you. Find another
But
find
there's
another country. Hold
it's
on.
not
Find another
aligning.
country that's cool. I'm just
It's
saying
not aligning.
most of them are built on the same system.
Doesn't make it right. And in this
And
country, as a single
you keep saying this.
44-year-old Black woman, I
See,
have to
I just
deal
I
with
just
it
don't
at
like the
work.
fact
I don't have
that
to deal
you
with it at
hold
home.
on. I just don't like the fact that when we mix mentally ill people with regular people. You know what I'm saying? Because I could say that women should be locked up for having an abortion because somebody who mentally ill did something crazy to their child when they was pregnant trying to get rid of it. That don't mean every woman would do that in that situation. That's somebody who's mentally ill. So that wouldn't be good for my argument because I'm using a mentally ill person to justify what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about sane, regular people. So we can't use stuff like molestation because that's done by people with mental issues.
What you
They
say?
have a problem.
It doesn't like that doesn't matter. I don't understand why that
Just
specifically
hold
matters.
on.
Okay,
Okay.
then I
So,
can
so
give you
hold on.
another situation.
So let's say that when people make an argument towards black women, that it is clump all y'all together in with the
Which they
mentally ill
do.
black women.
They always do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Shit.
Because if that was the case, then y'all wouldn't be smiling as much as y'all be smiling.
I don't give
They
a
don't.
fuck.
They don't. They don't. But we'll go to
They
the next
do.
video.
They do.
We'll go
We
to
They
the
just
next
do.
video.
still learn to push past that and still be able to smile. I
But
mean,
we've always been attacked. So that's
Nah,
like
but
neither here
I'm
nor
oh,
saying
there.
the
every day,
patriarchy is holding y'all back. So
every day.
The patriarchy is also holding men back.
Mhm. Black men.
That's why it's called the loneliness epidemic.
Nah,
Telling you.
sure.
Alrighty. Um,
Next video.
yeah.
250 years is a nice round number to end on. What this person is referencing is a popular political theory coined by Sir John Glove in 1978 that says great empires have a predictable, roughly 250-year lifespan. I want you to guess how old the United States is this year, 2026.
150.
Time's up. In his research, Sir Glove says that there are 6 stages of empire: the age of pioneers, the age of conquest, the age of commerce, the age of affluence, the age of intellect, and where we would be right now, the age of decadence and decline, that is characterized by excessive consumption, selfishness, celebrity obsession, and inequality leading to collapse. Tell me that doesn't sound familiar. In his key characteristics of his theory, he says there are bread and circuses. In the final stages, focus shifts to entertainment, luxury, and celebrity culture while civic responsibility vanishes. When you think about it, it makes complete sense for the United States to collapse. No sins have been paid for. Everything is self-inflicted. No transgressions have been properly adjudicated. As of right now, in my opinion, I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. However, I want to leave you with this question. What does collapse mean? Because I don't think that collapse means that we all have to die. I think collapse means that we, if we really want to, can birth something new.
Wow. I mean, you're really bringing it tonight, Smith. You're really bringing these debates in tonight, aren't ya?
Oh, you can go first. I want to hear what you think.
um. Well, to answer the question that you have up, what will the new world look
Now
like?
you can start with what he was saying first if you want to.
Uh. Well, what I gathered from what this young man was saying is that how will the collapse look? Because basically, when you're so, I really feel like this is going to touch bases on the new world order, and in order for a new world to come in, something has to give way to it. So I'm looking at it like a phoenix. You know, in order for something to come about, the old system has to fall. It has to crumble. And I honestly think that everything that's going on right now, that's what it looks like. I don't know if this is actually it, but a lot of things that have transpired within the past few years certainly makes it seem as if that's what's getting ready to come is a new world order or a new a new structure for the U.S. Because a lot of things that was, and the thing that's running through my head right now is like the presidency, like how it was, I guess, hard to get into, or you really had to have a lot going on to get there. And now it's like they just passing out the presidency to anybody. Like you could go get that at the Golden Corral 2 for 1 at this point.
What do you mean by that?
Exactly what I just said. Like it's
I
easy
mean,
to
you're saying that because Donald Trump is the president, or are you talking about Joe Biden? Are you talking about Obama? I mean, who are
I
you?
mean, after Obama, it seemed like they were just letting anybody in there. I mean, Biden, I don't even know why they even put him in there. Like, the man couldn't even stay up for 5 minutes. Like, even doing a speech, like, he would, what'd you say? Back to what I was saying, like, I don't know. Like, at this point, I really don't know. To be honest, with Trump, I am not a Trump supporter. I am not a Trump supporter. However, I also don't agree with a lot of things that he do, but I also know that the US is a corporation. And in order for a corporation to be ran, it should be ran by someone with a corporate mind. With that being said, to a certain extent, he does. He has had successful businesses. So I do agree with him being in office to a certain extent, but I don't agree with a lot of the things that he do. Now, what I will say is Trump being in office has benefited me a little bit more than Obama being in office, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to come at me about that. But I pay more attention to the behind the scenes than what's directly in front. And when I say that, when Obama was in office, the black community was they were happy because they felt like they had a black president, which a lot of them were never privy to the very first president. The very first president was black. It was actually a Moor, to be honest. But while Obama was in office, I really don't feel that he did anything for the black community besides look the part.
Oh, he did something.
Well, chime in. What did he do for the black community? Because that lynching bill was on his desk up until
He
the
he
last minute that he was
he
there.
he pushed an agenda that we wouldn't have took or accepted if he had to look anything other than black.
Okay, elaborate.
I really got to tell you,
Yes, verbatim.
the whole homosexuality thing, man. We wouldn't have never accepted it in the wave that it came if he hadn't been the one pushing it. He tried to go to Ghana, and the president of Ghana said, "Yo, you can come over here, but you is not coming over here trying to make us do that."
Now, question again: how does that incorporate itself in the black community? Because that's a whole nother community. Again, I said black community. I didn't say the
Because
gay community.
because if a non-black person was pushing it that hard, we would have bucked. We would have had a lot more to say.
Again, I said Obama didn't do anything for the black community. Now, you brought up the gay community or the LGBTQ.
Yeah, I mean, or not some of them black
We're talking about the black community specifically. I was talking about the black community specifically. You know,
that's part of the
if
that's
you
part
try
now
to have
they
conversation
are
in the
still a
black
part of the black
community,
community.
it's still a part of the black community, but it's not the black community. And I hate when people try to get us mixed up with other communities when it comes to certain things. It's like, if we're fighting for things in our community as far as black people, then you got other communities wanting to join in like it's the same thing, and it's not. It's almost like you're trying to water down the rights that we're fighting for. And I really feel like the what was it, Black Lives Matter, that really hindered our community because that really wasn't part of us. Like, if you really want to like really go down a rabbit hole, that really had nothing to do with us, but it was, what's the word I'm looking for? It was clamped on as if it was, and it wasn't.
I can feel
Oh,
that.
name. I think he was being sarcastic though,
What
because he
what
was
what do you
saying that
Oh, he was? He was
what do
being
you think,
sarcastic.
Juju?
It went over my head into the woods.
um I think the young man is right. I think that we are coming to kind of an end, right? And he was asking what does it look like? And I don't think that it's going to be death either. I don't think that it's going to be death, not physically. I think that this is as much as we're having a physical war,
I'm listening.
I think the biggest one that we're facing is spiritual. It's spiritual alignment and being in tune. It's getting back to morals and ethics and being people of substance and value. Um, would it be a rough change? Absolutely, because people are not prepared to be uncomfortable, right? But when you are growing something new, or when you are losing something to make space for something new, it is going to have its growing pains, right? It's going to have a moment of discomfort, a moment of unsurety, like you're not really going to know what's going on. But like he said, I think we could build something good from this, right? And do something differently this time. But I do think it's more of a the end of capitalism, not the end of the world, not the end of our country, like just the end of things as they are. You know, I think about this and I think about something my grandma and my mom used to tell me is like, when you won't let go of things that aren't good for you, gotta make a way for you to lose it, because things will go wrong 1,000 times and 1,000 times again when you hold on to things that do not work for you, when they're not meant for you. And I think that's what it was. And specifically for the Black community, we've shed tears, we've fought, we've cried, we've begged, we've marched, we've lost people, we've died for a system that was never going to ever work for us. And for us, I think collectively, this is just a spiritual cleansing. Like, okay, it's time to let it go, and I think that's where we're headed. And what will it look like? I don't know. I don't know. I think we're probably gonna have a rough summer. But
Mm-hmm.
when I think about the things that could possibly change and be lost, would it hurt us for a little while, for a second? But when you think about not as many cars driving, not as much processed food, not as much things that aren't good for us, it's a cleansing.
It
When you
sounds like
think
a good
about
time to
what's
me.
right, that's a cleansing. Like we're literally cleansing our bodies of the toxic stuff that we've been given, that we've been entertaining. And sometimes, me and Smith was talking about earlier, sometimes you got to be forced. Like a lot of times people are not going to understand what's going on. They're not going to look at what's going on until they're forced to look, until they go into grocery stores and see no food. Like that's when they're going to look. And that's what it pretty much is here. It's like when we start hurting over this stuff, like when it first happens, we'll probably be a little hurt, right? Because the convenience is gone. And we're
Mm-hmm.
used to convenience. We're used to ease.
Very
And
used
now we
to
got
it.
to work a little harder to get the things that we want. However, when we feel a little better, when we're able to do more things, when we're able to think
Mm-hmm.
more clearly, I think that is really what we're moving towards here. And maybe that's just
Right.
a different perspective spiritually, but I do feel like that's what it holds for us. And how we handle that is gonna be on us.
Now, if you want to throw the Bible in there, the Bible did say, "The last shall be first, and the first shall be last."
Just like the chicken and the egg, nobody knows who the hell was first and who the hell was gonna be last. I'm just being
So
honest with you.
something.
Like, think about it. I mean,
Okay.
no matter which story you look at, we can't nail down nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's supposed to be that way because it's
It
above
is.
our spiritual pay grade. Like we not supposed to know.
Not above
I
the
mean,
spiritual pay grade.
I'm just saying,
But
like, I mean, I'm saying, like, we're not supposed to know at this point in time.
I think we already do know. I think that over time, we've just forgotten who we are, our connection to source, what's been going on. I think essentially
Uh-huh.
in our essence, we do know. We know. You know what I mean? And that's by design too, you know? But um I think this is really going to be a time where we're just going to have to feel our way through it. We're going to have to feel our way through it. We're going to have to learn how to trust our intuition. We're going to have to learn how to stay spiritually connected through craziness, how to stick by our morals when everything around us is telling us you could do whatever, how to stay grounded when there's nothing but chaos. Like, I think that's really the goal here. I think that's really the lesson, you know. But again, that's my spiritual take on it.
Yeah. Well, my take is kind of like this. Like, I'm not a Trump supporter, but it's been points where I was like studying and learning, and you kind of get constantly asked the question, what would you do in this position? And I'm gonna be honest with you, like a lot of the things that he did, he taking the only steps that could even rectify what's going on with us. Like from the minute money wasn't backed by gold, we was already doomed
Yeah.
to devalue the dollar. Like that was
Mm-hmm.
happening. Like they already knew that. A lot
Yeah.
of them feel like as long as they set their family up to the point where they have assets, they don't care about money. Money is the
Right.
shit that we worried about. They
Right.
got
Mhm,
assets.
mhm,
So
mhm,
they got assets
mhm.
and resources. So if we suffer, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna
Right.
whatever the new currency becomes, even if that shit become rocks. If they got an asset and resources, that keep them in power.
If it become rocks, you rich for real.
I'm a certain type of rock. But guess
I
what?
got
Even if you
those.
got a rock, it's just a rock until they say it's worth whatever amount of
Right.
they got they're going to give to you. Other
That's
than that,
right.
it's just a rock. Same thing as money. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So like knowing that, I'm just like, it's going to fail regardless. In order to fix it, you're going to have to go against everything that's been falling, and it's going to be ugly. It's
Ugly.
going to be ugly. You know what I'm saying? It's no other way you can fix it. You know what I'm saying? So like, so like some of the stuff you trying to do, like the tariffs. If you oppose a tariff on a country, you already know they're gonna rebel in some sort of way. But
Hold
if the
on.
guy do it,
Can you help me understand what is a tariff? I've been hearing this. I
it's a
haven't done
tax.
my research. What is a tariff?
It's a
Break it
tax.
down for a
It's
what?
a tax.
It's a what?
It's a tax on
Oh,
goods,
tariffs or tax?
and services. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah. But even if you tax them, all they're gonna do is raise the price to pay for the tariff. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
it's
it
still,
affects us.
yeah, it's still the same game.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like okay, if you tax the rich, everybody say, well, tax the rich, tax the rich. They own all the businesses. If you tax the rich, guess what they're gonna do?
They're gonna raise the prices.
They're gonna raise the
Product.
prices.
And
Right.
they gonna make
So
sure they make a
right.
money, make a
So so,
dollar.
people, so when people say, oh, he just raised the taxes on middle class and not the rich, it don't matter really. It can go whichever way he do it.
So
It
we're
really
gonna be
don't.
broke either way.
Right. Right. It's the same thing is still going to happen, except for the fact that you might can get more. And this is the fucked up part, but it's true. You can get the most out of the middle class because they make enough money, but they don't own enough resources to actually say shit or do shit about it.
Yep.
So think about it. If you was in this position as the president and you really trying to fix this shit, you probably would find yourself making the same decision. I think his biggest problem is his fucking attitude and the fact that nigga can't talk right. You know what I'm saying? I
But
think that's his biggest thing, and he don't have the presidential flow that we used to seeing. If he was like
Yeah.
a confident, dignified man who explained the reason why he's doing these things, people might fuck with him a little bit more, might be on board with some of the shit that he's doing. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't I really honestly don't think so. Because I feel like the reason he was allowed to get where he is because this should have already been done. And the people before him weren't on board, and Trump is just the person to do it, like, because he don't care. Like, he knew what was going to have to be done, and he don't care. He don't have no regular friends. He don't have no middle class friends. He don't have, like Obama and Michelle Obama, they got families that are still living in the suburbs and stuff like that. It affects them, and they had a concern about it. I think they picked the right person to actually go through this. Have y'all heard of game theory?
Yeah.
No, tell us about it.
So the game theory is like mathematics and economics, where they literally strategic planning and strategic thinking with some risk assessments to think of the next step of the next person. And he's pretty much going step by step. And at the end of it, well, when it falls, it's gonna be ugly, just like you said, Smith. But they're gonna have some money. Okay. I don't I don't know about us's. I don't know about us's. But what he's doing now is really setting up for their assets to be stronger
Mm-hmm.
and more valuable before for the dollar collapses, right? So they're going to have security, stability. So do I agree? No. But what I'm saying is, if they were going to pick somebody to make sure they left with money, even though they know this shit is falling, they picked the right person, because he's playing this shit out accordingly. Like, he is definitely handling this stuff, and the fact that he probably got a little bit of dementia um helps his crazy case. But yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's really, if you look into game theory and kind of look like what the steps. I know, Smith, I know you'll be able to put it together. Look into game theory, and when you look at all the, you're gonna be like, that's exactly what the hell he doing. Like, it really,
Yeah, they got groups of people, like they hire them
yeah.
to play out multiple scenarios and reroute different paths. Like, if this happens, we're gonna go this way. If this happens, we're gonna go
Mm-hmm.
that way. If we make this happen, then maybe we can make this happen to get this person in office in this country to help us get this down the road when this treaty run out. Like they're planning so far ahead that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, we have really
And
no say so in what's happening. You know what I'm
we
saying?
can't
Like,
even see it because
decisions
we so focused on damn Trump dumbass every
decisions
time he
are being
speaks
made
and
like
stuff.
years in advance.
Yeah. So I mean, the physical part of that will, I feel like,
Would y'all agree that Trump is a distraction
absolutely.
to what could be going on behind the scenes? Because I know we talked about this like a few months ago.
Absolutely. See, for
I
me,
say I say that he's no more of a distraction than we've been getting. They just
mm,
can't. They just can't create too many more events because we don't caught on. See,
he is.
think about it. Events used to be the distraction when they would vote on something important. It would be something that's
Well,
happening in the news.
mhm.
But people started catching on. Think about COVID was a perfect thing. Oh, these niggas ain't dumb no more. So now we gotta give him this animated person who just is just out of the. He's an actor. He's an entertainer. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he probably make 10% of the strategic decisions that are being made in behalf of the country. Somebody
Yeah.
else is probably making the money. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
think he's making any at all either.
Yeah.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I think the distraction that he provides is not for our benefit, it's for the people that voted for him benefit. I think it's for their benefit. I think the goal was to keep them calm enough, long enough to keep feeding them things as if he was actually doing what he said he was going to do, so that they wouldn't turn against him. But it kind of failed But I think they wanted him to be a distraction, not for our community, but more so for the people that were standing by him still, to kind of just keep the conflict down, and let him get through what he was doing or what needed to be done. But yeah, I think he's deaf. And to me, Trump is a tool. He's neither bad nor good. I don't see him as some evil guy. I just see him as a means to an end. Somebody had to do it, you know, and
Yeah,
I'm
some
not
people
gonna,
you have to destroy before you elevate.
huh?
I said we all can agree you have to destroy before you elevate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a means to an end, and honestly, I'm not opposed to it because
Somebody had to try something different. That's how I look at it.
it had to be something different. Something
Yeah,
had to
like
be, if we, and just think about it, right? What we're going towards right now is going to be hard.
yeah,
What
but
would
it
we
might be
have
quicker.
really chosen that? You know what I'm saying? Just think about it.
Yeah.
As a collective, would people have made a choice to say, hey, let's be uncomfortable? They would have never chose it.
Nope.
It had to be him. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have never chosen to be uncomfortable. And
Yep.
let's
And
think about it. When you think about the revolution and you think about there's going to be opposition in the revolution, let's be factual. White people will be the biggest opposition of revolution because they have never been uncomfortable. And that's just facts. Like, they have never been uncomfortable.
yeah,
This would have had to been forced, just like it was for it. But in the end, if we work this right, if we build enough communities, if we build enough solid things, we could make this shit something great. It might not be next year or 10 years from now, but it could be built on something solid. It
yeah. Because
could be.
leaving it up to them trying to hold on to their traditional way of life, it's gonna be slow and it's
Yeah.
gonna be painful, but it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it would just
Mhm.
drag out so long that
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. At least,
And by that time, everybody be tired because
you know,
no matter what happens, a month from now, we're going to start feeling food shortages. I don't care if they open the Strait of Hormuz today. We're going to start feeling it. They said as soon, even if it was open today, they said it would take 6 months to clear the strait of any mines. 6 months. So even if they open it today, we're talking about 8 months of closure. We will feel food shortages. So for them to drag it out, we could be going through, we damn near be dead waiting on people to say, okay, let's shut this shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally I think he might be doing us a solid. Okay. I mean, because ain't no sense in dragging this shit out. Ain't no sense in it. You
yeah, because
know?
they try to play it like if like I don't think nobody could have stopped them from going to war with each other. That was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been going to war with each other. You know what I'm saying? So ain't
Yeah.
nothing we gonna say that's gonna stop that. It's just about the fact of you like, yo, he just went ahead and picked his side.
Yeah. I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? And we would have just kept having talks. The strait probably still would have got closed down anyway. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But eventually we're gonna side with our ally. We would have still made the same decision, but we would have just drug it out.
It would have been a year, 2 years. Now let's go and stop pussyfooting
Look at,
around.
look at Russia and Ukraine. We went over there, they still going to war.
Yeah.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to try to figure out how to get what you need out of the situation without
And
getting
move
hit.
along.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, we should have prepared our people, because right now other countries have prepared their people, stock food, stock essentials. I mean, they have commercials on their TVs to tell their people this, and we've done nothing um, of the sort. And that part to me feels a little off. However, it's better than prolonging it for another year. It's better than prolonging the detriment, because just imagine having to go to work knowing that you're not going to get paid enough to pay any bills or buy any food. How are we going to do that?
Right.
You know? And that's just really where we come from. Like, how we, what is it going to look like? You know? So I think we can build something great as long as we don't get exhausted, because this is going to be, it's going to be rough.
I mean, tell you the truth, like it may not even. Well, at my age, I feel like it's not even for me. You know what I'm saying? It's for the people after me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm supposed to be laying the groundwork. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever I can learn to
Hmm.
help. You know what I'm saying?
To
Whatever,
help. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like facilitate
Yeah.
what's
That's
going on
exactly
because
right.
if we don't move right, we gonna lead them right back into the same situation.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
people to
it's for
understand.
us to do the, to be
Yeah,
the teachers, to teach them how to do and follow that path, and they're going to be the ones to, and I totally agree, that we will be the ones, hey, this is where we fucked up. You can't miss these signs. You can't miss this. You have to, you have to do this and this, and this has it how it has to be for you to be able to live this kind of life. And
right.
I don't know. I'm hopeful. Um, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I ain't scared because I'm really excited about living off, but I am, you know,
So
hopeful
excited to
that,
live off the grid.
yeah, girl. Cause listen, I'm excited about what this could be, because what we've had and what my ancestors knew, what our ancestors knew collectively,
Mm-hmm.
we have a chance to change that shit. Do you hear
That's
me? Do you know how groundbreaking that is? Like, that is awesome. And if they could do it in chains, loincloth, barefoot, doing the things that they did, coming to a country they didn't know, doing what they did, accepting the treatment that they had to go through, we could
Mhm.
definitely do it knowing what we know.
That part.
We can definitely pave a better path and for our children and our grandchildren. And hell yeah, I'm
But
excited because
the
having
hardest
a
part
choice is
is
better
though
than nothing.
is where people's spirit at. Cause
Look,
you could be strong as shit, man. If your spirit weak, man.
That
listen,
part.
that I created a video today to post on my TikTok, because I'm not trying to fear monger. I'm not trying to scare people, but what I did say was, work on regulating your nervous system. Work on being able to stand in your faith, being able to stand in your spiritual, I mean, because it matters. And honestly,
Mm-hmm.
the people that can't, I don't think they're going to make it.
They're not.
I don't think they're going to make it. Like, and that comes from a spiritual standpoint of cleansing.
It's
I
going to
feel
be a lot of
like we're going
sacrifices.
to cleansing. Yeah. Everybody ain't going to be able to come. And we got to know that.
Yep.
Everybody can't come.
And we're going to be surprised on the ones that's not going to be able to go.
Everybody can't come. And the thing is, a lot of people, discomfort and not being able to get what you need will bring a different person at you. Okay? And I think that is really where it's going to be. That is really where it's going to be. How do you act when you need something? How are you going to act? What are you going to do? Separate you. Are you going to go against your spiritual beliefs? Are you going to go against your morals, your ethics? Or are you going to stand firm in what you believe in and find another way? I think that's really going to be where we stand.
Mm,
A lot of people are not going to make it because they so concerned right now about what people think.
really. That part. And that's the truth.
All it takes is a celebrity to go up there and be like, well, I did this. They gonna do it.
They're gonna be trying to live in a crumbled society with new clothes and new shoes. Nigga, what are you doing? What is we doing?
Right.
So you done hit up the Nike outlet, nigga. Ain't got nothing to eat. And you done hit up the Nike outlet. You see what I'm saying?
You got a whole bunch of you got a whole bunch of shorts and t-shirts, but you ain't get
Worthless.
no coats. You ain't grab no coats.
No coats, no boots. No boots. Mexicans got on boots. They ain't got no boots. You don't got nothing. You can't. It's not gonna be worth a damn. Because people are going to be dressing to survive and dressing to work and dressing to live. And maybe that's exactly what this is all about. We're focused on too much of the wrong shit. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And you know we're going to have some of our folk.
It's always going to be some of our folk.
Mm-hmm.
Going to be the main one.
Yeah.
I really think that's the reason why we got stimulus checks, because these companies knew that we were not going to allow that money to circulate in our community for too long. And that's the reason why they did it. They knew that some of us was going to want Gucci, Chanel, Michael Kors, Craig Bleaks. They knew that.
No, motherfuckers were buying Chanel during COVID, during the lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
But they weren't even sure that we were gonna be let back outside.
They didn't care.
It didn't matter.
See, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Look,
but that's the mind games that they were playing.
We were having video calls. We were having team meetings on Teams, and I had people show up with silk scarves on. Bitch, why?
Yeah, they crazy.
Why you got that on? Like it, and it's just like, why do you want people to? That's our problem. That's our problem, and that's what I said. If you don't get rid of those things, it'll be taken away from you. That's just what it is. They didn't strip themselves of those things. Be taken away. And now what? When the value is nothing.
Yeah.
Like
it only comes from us.
That's right.
Like we stop giving a fuck about Nikes, Jordans, what the fuck ever. Them shits ain't nothing.
Nothing but a pair of
shoes. Really think about that anyway.
Warehouse.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy. We put that shit over human lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's called keeping up with the Joneses.
I used to have a boyfriend that would ask me, "You want some Air Forces? You want this? You want that?" I'm like, "Nah, man. I take a plant or something. Like I like those kind of things. Oh, I got you this bag. Why would you do that? I don't even carry
a bag.
Bags. Like the bag that I carry, look nice. Okay, but I put everything in that mug. You think I'm gonna pay more than $30? You got me messed up. We won't need nothing to because I put everything in it. Like I have a lot of bags, but I carry these things like satchels because I come with a lot of stuff. Like you place value on stuff that don't matter, and the shit really don't be worth nothing. It really don't.
You probably take like $3 to make a pair of Jordans.
That new Balenciaga bag is a trash bag.
Yeah. You seen the shopping bag they got? The shopping with the literal handles, the plastic bag.
Yes.
Why, Lord?
Wow. And y'all is really buying this. It's like $1,500-$1,500
for a plastic bag.
A plastic bag.
I just know. That
was an experiment.
That had to be. And Kanye West clothing line that looked like a damn homeless shelter done let loose. That got to be a daggone science experiment. That got to be a science experiment.
Hey, look, buy low, sell high.
Because why the hell is you walking around with ripped up clothes looking like you got a burlap sack on? Where's we going with the burlap? Where are we going?
Back to the Middle Ages, I guess.
Mm.
$2,000 burlap. I'm good. Like, and people buying this stuff.
Yep.
And y'all, it's man, somebody tell me, oh, we don't need to, we need to figure out how to make this life work. No, we don't. No, we don't, because y'all don't lost your damn mind.
No.
There's people out here starving. Did y'all know? I found out these numbers the other day, and I like to lose my damn mind. That prior, I'm talking a regular land of the free, home of the brave, United States day. There
Uh-huh.
are 8 million people that eat less than 1,200 calories a day. 8 million. With all of the food pantries, with all of the soup kitchens, with all of the help that is around, there are still 8 million people that are borderline starving. Now that the Strait of Hormuz is closed, what we gonna look like? Y'all, what we gonna look like? 8 million, that's a lot of people. That's a lot. And people paying $2,000 for burlap sacks. Burlap,
Mm.
we headed in the right direction. We just need to go on fall. Go on
Yeah,
fall.
that's that Dobie line. That's that Dobie line from Harry Potter.
Go on fall. Hey, look, I check gas prices every morning to see if it's reasonable or not. Bitch, if it get to $10, I'm gonna be like, yep,
Oh God.
I can't come to work.
I
Well,
know the gas I get right now is 345, 347 before my
really?
change come off. Yeah, 347. And I get unleaded 88.
Oh, that's expensive for unleaded 88.
Really. So just imagine what regular is here.
Our
Yeah.
regular is $5. No,
I'm
$4.
four is the
$3.99.
time.
Yeah, I think it was like $4.17 at the highest place. Mind you, I'm gonna say gas too expensive, and I work from home. I'm just letting y'all know. Um, I work from the house, and I'm gonna be like, I can't come to work today because gas is too high.
Dang. Especially.
That's some black folk
Expensive.
shit right there.
For real. I
My
can't even come here
feelings,
today.
look, my feelings gonna be so hurt because $10. They said in California they paying close to like $7 or $8.
I believe it.
I like that's ridiculous. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Um, are we done? Because I wanted to ask y'all a quick question.
Smith, we done.
That's all, y'all. I mean, I guess y'all done now. Y'all start asking this, we done.
I mean, we done did what we had to do.
I mean, yeah, we came through, had a great debate,
Yeah,
few discussions.
yeah. But you might want to sign off. You know,
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming through and listening to our 10 to 2 conversation. It was a great debate tonight. I hope you guys come through next week and see what we have to offer.
Love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Have a great
okay.
night.
Oh shit.